What is up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary. I'm your host, Kyle. With me, as always, is Steve. And the Moises Caicedo saga continues for 72 straight hours. No bid from Chelsea, only a bid from Liverpool. And it all leads up to the match, the first match of the season. It's going to be epic. Steven, how you doing this morning, man?
Kyle, I feel the same exact way I felt for the last 3 weeks. And that's not fair. It's not right. Because as you know, and everybody that's followed us in this chat knows, I love the Premier League, the first game of the season. The match with the sun shining down. Beautiful weather, hopefully. And I am excited for that. But until I turned on the TV, like 30 minutes prior to kickoff, all any of us can think about is this Caicedo stuff. I haven't heard a peep from Romano in a while.
Not since yesterday. It's all been the same shit from him.
Dude, so I don't know what's going on with that, but we're going to get into all of it today and my thoughts on it. And it's only fair to get it out of the way first and foremost. That way we can focus on the season and opening day right after.
Absolutely. Shout out to Liz for the $2 super chat. Happy match day. I'm pumped for it, dude. I literally cannot wait. Fakito, oh boy, Stellar, Mora, Tom Smith, what's good, everyone? Thank you for being here. Make sure you slap that like button. So let's back up. Because we got to talk about what actually happened, right? Chelsea been scouting this guy for months, right? We were linked with him as well, but once we heard the price got up into the 60s, 70s, 80s, you and I both we were talking about this last night. We said, like, that's way too much. We don't think he's worth that, which I honestly still agree with, okay? But the fact...
yes. Let me cut you off, actually. I know that's not right, but it has to be done. Let us just share with the people in the chat here and be clear. Kyle and I do not believe he is worth anywhere near 110 million. And if any of you do, please reach out to me individually, send me a video, help me understand what I'm missing. Proceed.
Thank you. Yeah, so 110 million, 115. It's an absurd amount of money for a defensive midfielder, nonetheless. Okay, it's not like we're paying for a striker. Okay, Harry Kane didn't go for that much. So here's what happened. So Chelsea been doing all this work, bro, and here come Liverpool. Brighton set the deadline for midnight. Liverpool submit this bid that's accepted, right? And so I go to bed thinking he's a Liverpool player. I called you. I was like, dude, this is crazy. We just dropped 110 million on this guy. He's a Liverpool player. Why did we do that? That makes no sense. But everyone's excited. We were excited. I was like, dude, we got Moises Caicedo. That's great. I wake up. I shit you not, dude. And I apologize ahead of time for the language, everyone. I open my phone and I look at Fabrizio Romano. I look at Twitter. I look at all that. I refreshed it and I went like this. I wiped my eyes and went like this when I saw Moises Caicedo has told Liverpool he does not want to go there and he prefers Chelsea. I'm like, wait, what? What? And the saga begins. Now we hear that Chelsea are going to prepare this max bid, right? They're back into negotiating with Brighton. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking there's a deadline. What's Chelsea doing? Like, the only leverage they have is that supposedly he wants to join Chelsea. After we heard that he's open to joining Liverpool, he just wants to play for a top club. So for the last 48 hours, we're sitting here waiting for a bid from Chelsea that, I got to be honest with you, I don't think is coming, but more importantly, I don't think they can make. I do not think they can make it. Woo.
All right, so the big piece that you missed in the story was at the very beginning. With Lavia, we are closing in. We are
Oh, yeah.
We are nickel and diming 2 million. We need like 2 million more. Apparently Chelsea comes in and they're going to make a bid and hijack the deal. Here we go. Hijack incoming. Saga begins. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So here's what happened. A deadline was set in place, not official. We jumped in at the last hour and just tried to swoop the deal.
Legendary.
It's great. But what are we doing now? What's happening now? Because, Kyle, the season starts today. We don't have Lavia. We don't have Caicedo. I don't care about Chelsea. We need to SHIT or get off the pot. Figure it out.
No,
leave that
Chelsea
bid with Brighton.
need
No.
that.
Leave the bid with Brighton. And you tell them, hey, we have a deadline too. Because if you're not taking this cash, we need to go get somebody else because the season started.
My mama told me to tell you.
We're in week 2 already. In the next 24 hours, we're in week 2. Actually, matter of fact, in 4 hours, 5 hours, we're in week 2 for Liverpool. Okay?
I think it's the agent, dude. It is 100. It's just the agent. The agent controls this guy.
It's an awful look.
It's bad, dude. It's bad when agents run the sport. The player needs to have some say. What's the chat saying over here, dude? What do you guys think, man? Like, it's dragging out too long, but I think it's really good for Liverpool to just leave that bid in because then we're forcing Chelsea's hand. They had to drop the Tyler Adams deal. Tyler Adams completed his medical. They dropped him. They said, Tyler, get out of here.
Dude. He completed his medical. Then he was on his way to the stadium. Bowley calls Pochettino. Pochettino calls Gallagher, the club's workhorse, and goes, Gally, run around and lock all the doors. And if you see Tyler, don't let him in. Quick, we bought Adams, but it's not official. Lock the doors, batten down the hatches. Caicedo was on his way to get his medical, and his agent told him to stop. Apparently,
so annoying.
Also, I want to talk about this really quick. 67 here is saying FSG out. FSG are pissing on our club.
Oh my god.
We gotta do something really quickly here. And this has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it has to be done. Sorry, as I gather my thoughts here. The problem was spend. They're not going to spend any money. We need someone that loves the sport and is going to spend more money. Okay. They just put up 110 million for somebody.
Yeah. But
probably honestly double what he's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
probably
pissing on the club.
Yeah.
Steven.
That's probably double what he's worth.
And first off, they didn't even do that.
Right. And here's the next piece. We're going to get into
Henry is literally has nothing to do with this.
People don't understand that. They think John Henry is like in the room with a phone calling Brighton's owners and making deals. That's not how it works. It's Schmetka. It's Klopp giving 2 cents. It's Schmetka's team. It's Sally who works the front desk, passing papers back and forth and faxes. It's not John Henry. Right? Like, it's not FSG that are making these decisions. Now, you'd be a fool to not understand that if we had different owners, we could buy more players. That's a fact. If we had maybe some of the oil money that came in, like there were rumors about that a while ago, we would probably buy more players. But at the end of the day, the fact that Lavia's not here. I can't say for certainty if that's because John Henry says, I'm putting the block at 46 million or 48 million. I don't think that's the case. I think we're directing our energy at the wrong people. I would be more frustrated with Schmetka. Just get it done. Klopp, get it done.
Yeah, I'm more frustrated with the fact that every player we've brought in has had a release clause. We haven't brought in, like, this is supposed to be a huge summer rebuild, and we've gotten 2 players in. Like, I'm not mad at the players. I'm excited for the match, but guys, like Schmetka, you need to be on it. We should have had, like, if you really wanted Caicedo, you should have had him in already.
Yeah, like, what is this swoop strategy? Like, slide in and take him at the last hour? Sure, I get it. But what's going on with Lavia? That guy that guy's ready to move his life over here. Like, he's told everybody that he's coming to Liverpool.
Ready to die for the club, and we won't pay.
He's literally he's at the airport waiting for us to come get him. He's been there for 5 days.
He's got his bags on the concrete next to him. He's freezing. It's like the scene in Cool Runnings where they are at the airport and they're like,
because we left him out in the cold.
Yeah. We're batting down the hatches. Lavia, you can't come in yet.
Edwards is a big miss in transfer dealings, Neil Caldwell says. I mean, I can't even say that I agree with that. We didn't have big summers. This is like a typical summer. Like a couple players. It's a typical summer. I don't even know if much has changed. But we typically don't have 7 people leave. Everyday players. We left last season, everybody and their mother across planet Earth knew that we needed midfielders. Everything else doesn't even matter.
And
get midfielders first.
The rebuild. Everyone knew a rebuild was coming.
Right. We've since lost Milner, Keita, Ox, that's 3. Carvalho, 4. Fabinho, Henderson.
Carvalho, very immature, dude. He's liking posts that he shouldn't like and coming out and saying that, like Carvalho being very unprofessional. I just want to put that out in the stratosphere there. Go ahead.
Thank you. So let's just say, I think I got everybody. Oh, and Arthur Melo, gone. So we'll call it 7. He doesn't really count. We'll call it 6.5. 6.5 midfielders out. 2 in. One of which is an attacker. Pretty much. Like Dom's like a full-blown like attacker. So we are worse. Our first 11 might be better. But we're worse. I hope they prove me wrong. Because as of right now, I don't know what's going on.
One injury in the midfield and we're screwed, Steve. One. Okay?
I just think there's people that don't understand necessarily how it works.
You're talking about the transfers?
Yeah, like somebody has to own the club. Like somebody has to be in ownership of the club. But that does not mean that the reason Schmetka's not slinging deals is because of John Henry. Look at him.
People, like, that's the thing. Like, there is something about like British Liverpool fans that they just want to hate FSG because they're an American owner. It's like it has nothing to do with FSG. They're slinging. They're offering 110 million. Where's the issue? The issue is Schmetka being late to the party.
Yeah, dude. I'm starting to think about the Schmetka deal.
Like,
when's he gonna take criticism?
He won't. No one will. No one will. I mean, I don't want to criticize anybody. Like, I just want them to get the deal done. I don't have this boiling urge to just shit on people like most of the fans do. They're anytime something goes bad, they just need to find somebody to blame it on.
But this is what I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't you blame it on the guy that runs the deal? Like, Schmetka, dude. Like, dude, listen, if I'm at the appliance store and I need a new refrigerator and I am negotiating with the refrigerator salesman that's
clerk.
on the floor, the clerk, God, the refrigerator salesman's on the showroom floor. He's showing me the fridge. He's, hey, look at the water dispenser, Ricky. You know, like, then we negotiate and I keep telling him I'm not going to give him what he's asking for. Okay? Do you then, people in the gallery on the side, then blame my boss? Or like my parents? Like, that's the analogy. The person who's managing the deal isn't getting the heat. It's the person above him. We've already cleared away that it has nothing to do with the amount of money. I feel like that should remove some of the heat that FSG are getting. And it's not because I don't believe that FSG, like, I don't think FSG are the best owners for us. Let me just say that as well.
No. I mean,
I'm open to change.
Stingy. There's no doubt they're stingy. We get that. Like, there's no doubt that they're way more frugal than every owner in the Premier League. I mean, that's a fact, right? But anytime anything goes wrong, it's FSG's fault, and that's not justified. Like, it's not. I mean, they have nothing to do with any of this. Now, a lot of people might be saying for this particular deal, Caicedo, it's not even Schmetka. It's Billy Hogan, a Liverpool CEO who has actually stepped in and negotiating, okay? Who cares? It's still not FSG.
John Henry, guys, we don't know where in the world he's going to be at the match today, I heard, but he's not like, dude, why would he? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. He cuts the line short at 48 million for Schmecka. John Henry, Tom Werner, whoever's in charge. Let's just say they cut it short for Lavia. They say 48 million is the max. Then all of a sudden, Caicedo comes into the mix. Schmecka's like, hey, yeah, John, there's a guy that, like, the deadline's tonight. They're looking for 100 million.
What do
you think all of a sudden John Henry's going to go give him 110? This is what people need to think about. You want FSG out? Fine. I'm open to change. But there's other people that need to be. We could have gotten 3 $20 million players by now. That's not John Henry's fault that we haven't done that. If we're frugal, spend money smarter and get cheaper players and see what you can get out of them, because we need bodies.
And
go ahead.
All right. Okay. So Derek now bringing up a good point. So this is where I want to go with this. FSG do allocate a budget at the beginning of the season, right? They say, this is what your budget is. Okay. So this again leads me to the 110 million offer. Clearly the budget is big enough, because not only have we spent 105 million on Szoboszlai and McAllister, but we just offered another 110 for Caicedo. So this budget is clearly more than 200 million. All right. And I'm animated. I'm not mad at everyone, just to get that out in the open. I'm just very passionate about, like, the ignorance involved with just blaming somebody all the time. Like, the only problem right now, I think, is the football department not pulling the trigger in buying players. We've only gotten 2 players. It has nothing to do with FSG not giving us the amount of money, because we've seen what we've offered for Caicedo. It's the fact that we've only gotten 2 people in. Get players. Stop nickel and diming for Lavia and just pay for Lavia. Get him.
I've been saying this for a month.
Okay? Clearly, the money is there. We've never claimed that we don't have the money. But if it comes down to the fact that you don't value him at $4 extra million, that's a problem.
Right.
Now, there are plenty of players out there who are less than that. Okay, you got Sangare at PSV, you got Inacio, you got Andre, you got all these different players. If you really want Lavia, pay it. If you don't, if you're just like, that's just too much, I can't do it, then get someone else. But you're not. You're dragging your feet. Get somebody. We need players.
Cobra Frock says, just wondering why we were stingy with Lavia deal, then all of a sudden we have 110 million. Here's my
it's a
answer.
Valuation thing. That is the only reason, guys. Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
But if you want to know the real answer, I can promise you, FSG are not the people to call. It's Schmetka and Klopp. John Henry does not have the answer and does not hold the keys to that decision.
And let's be frank, John Henry knows jack shit about football. Let's just be
Right.
real. He
Right.
knows nothing. But he owns the club.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tom Smith wants to know about score predictions. We're going to transition to this here in a second. This is the exciting stuff. But look, I'm at the point now where we want an answer on Caicedo now. There's still a small sliver of hope. I have pretty much none. But for most people, there's a small sliver. Are we going to is Brighton going to become the team that doesn't hold their word and lets Chelsea move 15 players around at the last minute just so they can figure out a way to spend 115 million on Caicedo? And then what if we come back around and go, hey, here's 120? Like, should we be that petty?
I need to bring up this fact, and everyone in the chat. I mean, first off, thanks everyone for being here. Over 400 people in the chat. Shout out to you guys. The fact remains that Liverpool's bid is the only bid that's accepted. I think that's what's irritating me the most right now. We have a bid that's accepted, and everyone keeps saying Caicedo rejected Liverpool. Guys, you're choosing to believe one story. There are 3 narratives out there right now. One being that he told Liverpool at lunchtime on Friday or whenever it was that he didn't want to join the club. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is that he would be happy to join Liverpool. He just wants to join a top club, but he owes Chelsea the due diligence of letting them submit a bid because he's been talking to them longer. Okay, that's the second one. The third one is the fact that Caicedo has said none of this, and it's all the agent. So what are you believing? Me personally, I'm believing it's all the agent. It is all the agent. Caicedo has said nothing. Okay? Caicedo's hands are tied, and he's doing whatever the agent tells him to do. And what did the agent tell him to do? Don't go to the medical. We're stalling. We're going to try to get this deal done. And Chelsea haven't done anything, dude. And that's what's pissing me off. This is it, dude. As of right now, we know this. Liverpool's bid is still
And
the
this
only
is
bid.
today. This is 26 minutes ago.
And this is Melissa Reddy.
At the end of the day, man, like he may have told his agent, like, I want to go to Chelsea. I agree to them.
When did Melissa Reddy go blonde?
I have no idea.
That's news to me. All right.
Listen,
Anyways.
So what was I saying?
I don't know.
I have no doubt that he agreed. He thought he was going to Chelsea months ago, and this has dragged on way too long. He probably started talking to Chelsea players. He probably started looking at flats and places to live. Right? Like, he's prepared for this. At the end of the day, a good moral person would say, I've already given my word to Chelsea. I want to go there. But don't forget, there's only one thing that would make someone choose London. I just gave it away. Chelsea over Liverpool right now. And that's the location.
Yeah, sure.
Chelsea's a big club, but they're a mid-table team.
Well,
As of right now, they are a mid-table team. Also, it's an all-new club. It's all new players. It's a new manager who's been bounced around Europe. And what does he expect? Does he expect to go there and win the league? Who's playing striker? Who's their striker?
I literally don't know. I don't know. Is it that Jackson guy or starts with a J? They just bought somebody.
Okay. Who else is in attack for Sterling? Mudryk. Mudryk's got 12 career goals. Career, Kyle. What does he think he's doing in Chelsea?
Yo,
Does he think he's onto something?
I'd be careful because if he cooks Trent today, oh God.
So what? His 13th career goal. Trent had 13 in one season. From right back.
Trent did not have 13 goals.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I'm just kidding. But let him cook Trent. I hope he doesn't. Trent's in better shape.
Oh God.
This year.
Look, all right, let's bring this back home. All right, we got a couple minutes here to wrap up the latest on Moises Caicedo, and then we'll jump into the preview, okay? But this is the fact of the matter. We're going on 72 hours now where Chelsea have had the opportunity to bid, and they haven't, okay? I know they're trying to shuffle some funds around. They're trying to make it work with financial fair play. They cut off the Tyler Adams deal. They're loaning out Kepa, right? And when you think about who Chelsea have sold, they've sold a lot of players, right? They really have. But I still refuse to believe that they have the funds necessary to get this deal done. I don't think they do, Steve. I really don't. And I think that's why they're stalling. Yes, maybe they agreed personal terms with the player. I thought they agreed them back in May. Okay? That's nothing. It's literally nothing. You agree personal terms all the time. That's the first thing. Then the transfers and all that. Because you correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, you wouldn't want to go in and bid for a player if you didn't have assurances from him that he wants to join, right? And I'm hearing that's what Liverpool got from his camp is that, oh yeah, we'll join you if you bid.
Mm-hmm.
And so Liverpool bid, probably don't have personal terms agreed, but definitely got assurances from, his agent and whatnot. But Chelsea are just dragging this out. They're banking on Liverpool. They're banking on Liverpool to pull their bid. And Liverpool are just balls on the table. We're not moving.
Do you think they really will just leave the bid there?
Yeah, I would. Why wouldn't you?
Okay, so that means we're not getting anybody else. Which means I can stop wasting my energy and just realize we're going to go through the season, for the time being, with 22 players. And you know what? Let's take a moment of silence, Kyle. Take a deep breath. Inhale. It's time to accept the fact that that bid's going to stay on the table until Chelsea find a way to sell half the club. And then we get our money back.
I'm just trying to calculate. So they sold Havertz, right? Who else did they sell?
Koulibaly.
So let's just call that 80.
Kepa on loan as of yesterday.
I don't know how much that's going to be worth. They sold a good amount of other players, though. I'm just trying to remember.
Conte left, but that might have been a free. Kovacic got sold.
Kovacic, thank you.
Pulisic got sold. Mount got sold. Yeah, Aubameyang, Mount, Pulisic.
Pulisic, thank you. Okay, but these players, that's like 50. Right there, that's probably what, 200 mil? I don't see. And how do the financial fair play rules work? Is it every year? Where's the timeline? Because
I don't know, but people in the chat here are saying it's a myth. And I agree. It's like not even worth trying to figure it out. There's people that are smarter than us. It's their job to figure this out. Let's just let them handle it. Because clearly nobody knows the rules. If we're all like, wait, how are they getting away with this? Then we don't know the rules. Yeah, because if they were breaking them, they wouldn't be getting away with it.
I'm not claiming to know the rules.
They're not hiding it. Yeah, they're not hiding it like City did for a decade. Like, we know what they're paying for these players, and we know what they're selling these players for. Wiggs said, I'm bored of this. What's up, Wiggs? Welcome. I'm bored of this saga. Let's use the money elsewhere. You know what? I like that idea. And as soon as this whole change happened, it went back towards Chelsea's way for Caicedo. I called Kyle and I said, I don't want him anymore. If he said he doesn't want to come here, I don't want him anymore. You'd be crazy to go play for Pochettino, surrounded by randoms with no chemistry. No leadership. They're all gone. All the leaders of that club have disappeared. Conte, I'm pretty sure Azpilicueta's gone. Mendy, Kepa, players that have been around for a while, gone. Kovacic, gone. Who else? Everybody's gone.
They don't. Teams dying.
Reece James is their captain.
And he's not playing today, I don't think.
He never plays, Kyle. Dude, I saw a meme. I don't wish injury on anybody. I hope Reece James has a healthy year. But I saw a meme that
changed real quick.
Well, because I we're on the air. There's a lot of people watching, and I want you guys to know that I'm not a cruel person. But I did see a pretty funny meme that said, "Wow, whoever the vice captain is has big shoes to fill," or something like, "Who's going to be vice captain for the other 32 Premier League game, or captain for the other 32 Premier League games, or something?" Because he just misses so much time. That's where we've come to. Reece James is their leader. I've barely seen him play. He's barely even played. They got nothing. Nothing. Who's in their club, dude?
They got players, dude. Let's not pretend.
Yeah, but who?
I mean,
who?
let's just not. What do you mean? Who? They got players.
But who's their leader, Kyle?
That's a good question.
You cannot draft a fantasy team and win the Premier League.
Jorginho.
He's gone.
Oh, that's right.
He's at Arsenal. He's at Arsenal. Nkunku. He's got surgery. They got nothing.
And Thiago Silva.
There you go. That's a player. And he's aging. He's gonna have to slow down at some point. But there's an answer. There's a leader.
That is a leader. Shout out to all our channel members and everyone in the chat. Make sure you like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. And your thoughts are always appreciated. I love everyone's differing viewpoints, even if they're not the same as ours. Love reading them. All right. Oh, Steve. The match today is going to be epic. I feel like there are going to be 10 yellow cards in this game. I feel like everyone's heated. I think everyone's heated. This is just going to be an epic game.
NWA says Liverpool fans are very deluded, Thiago Silva. That's why I ask, NWA. That's why I ask, because I don't know everything. The answer I'm looking for is Thiago Silva, because nobody else is a leader at the club. Not even the manager. And if you're a Chelsea fan, welcome. Good luck today. Good luck this year, but there's no way that you're walking into this season excited and thinking that you have a shot to win the league. And I'm not even going to act like I do on this side. No way.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm just trying to finish top 4.
Listen, we are passionate, biased at times, but we are also honest and not naive. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I look, Chelsea are good. They got quality, but there's so much turnover in the club. How do they have chemistry?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't. So we
chemistry.
don't know. We don't know what they're going to be able to do this year. We don't know. Everybody's gone, dude. That whole team from last year, except for like a few people, is gone. And the people that are still there, I want to say it's like Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Reece James, maybe Gallagher.
Yeah.
Sterling, who was brand new to begin with. Like, I'm gonna have to look at the lineup because I just don't even know.
It's Mudryk.
Brand new. Enzo Fernandez, brand new.
It's Mukiele. Dude, I don't know.
But we can't speak because we're in shambles. There's so much uncertainty. Chalaba.
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Who's this Jackson guy?
I don't know. Some striker. I don't know.
All right, let's do a match preview.
All right, look. First off, I want to get your predicted 11 for today. Let's open up with that.
All right. Well, the only question marks are midfield and left wing.
Yeah, good point.
No, striker.
No, I think striker's pretty much nailed down.
You think it's Gakpo?
It's 100% Gakpo.
So Darwin's not starting.
No, Gakpo is starting this game. If Klopp doesn't start Gakpo, he must see something that I don't see, because Gakpo is an incredible footballer. He's remarkable.
No, he's very, very good. Yeah, no, he is. He is. That's the type of signings we love those signings. That 35 to 45 mil just turns into a baller.
Oh, it's amazing.
Could you imagine buying Mudryk?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. The big question marks are left wing. It's either Jota or Diaz. I would like to see Diaz, but I do love Jota, and I just think I think we're going to see Jota. But I think if Jota plays, then that could change it from Darwin to Gakpo, or Gakpo to Darwin. But let me just give you my front three.
Yeah. Give me the
I'm
front
gonna
three.
I'm gonna go Jota. I'm gonna go Gakpo and Salah. Midfield, I'm working backwards this time. We're gonna go McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones.
Okay.
Then the back four is obvious.
Right.
Back five. There. Yeah. Trent, Robbo, Van Dijk, Konate, Allison.
Tell me your midfield again.
Szoboszlai, McAllister, Curtis Jones.
Okay, that's mine too. And then Luis Diaz on the left wing. So that, me personally, I feel like this is the most confident I've been in a starting 11, because we don't have any options.
So you think it's Diaz playing left wing, and you're confident that it's not Jota?
I'm very confident it's not Jota. And I'm not saying Jota doesn't deserve to start. They both deserve to start. This is a hard decision, and I'm glad we have hard decisions to make, because the midfield is too easy. Okay? And I don't like that. I need hard decisions for a starting 11. Okay? And the fact that I don't have a hard decision in the midfield says Liverpool need more players. The front line, Luis Diaz just finished the last 2 games of preseason too well for me not to start him.
But Jota's been balling.
He has been, dude. But so is Diaz. Everyone balled in preseason, even Nunez.
Yes, TG Studios. You guys ask about the midfield like we don't only have 3 at the moment. No, there's Thiago's back, right? Thiago, Harvey.
He ain't playing today.
He's not?
I don't think so. No, I'd be surprised. I mean, he's back in training, but
Pochettino, man. And you know what? Somebody in here said the draw is unacceptable. Ozzy Rodney. And I agree. A 0-0 draw for the 18th time with Chelsea is unacceptable.
First off, we got to outscore them, dude, because we can't defend right now.
And neither can they.
So, I don't know.
Thiago didn't travel.
This game should be like a 4-3. Be pretty crazy.
Thiago and Bajcetic not in today's squad, apparently. Actually, not surprised over that. So who are the backup midfielders?
Oh, that's an
Elliott?
excellent question, Steve, because I don't know. I'm going to go over to Twitter real quick and see what's going on with the Liverpool transfer news. All right, let's see. Nothing. It's all right. Here we go. Watch LFC. According to Sky Sports, it's unlikely a deal for a Caicedo. That's poor grammar. It's unlikely a deal for a Caicedo will be made before the Chelsea and Liverpool match. Jesus.
Who said that?
Sky Sports Chef. I don't know any of these people, but the journalism, the threshold to be a journalist over the last 72 hours is so low.
They take anybody off the street. Anybody. Hey, mate, you want to make a Twitter account and start spewing some bullshit?
Like, there's no source for that. Like, I could literally make that up. I could start a Twitter account, pay $10 or whatever it is to get the blue check, get some bots to follow me so I'm credible, and then just say it's unlikely a deal will be completed by the game. There's 2.5 hours till game time. Nothing gets by you, chef.
Listen, they also have Wesley Fofana, who's out. Nkunku, who's out. Badiashile? I can never say that. Madueke, Armando Broja, Marcus Bettinelli. All brand new. All pretty new players.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to see how Chelsea is this year.
I couldn't care less.
I'm not a fan.
Liverpool play.
Right. I'm not a fan or a supporter, but like, it's a brand new team. Like, even Pochettino's probably like, damn, I don't even know what I have here yet.
No, I think Kepa's gone, dude. I think, isn't it Sanchez? They got Sanchez on loan, or they bought him or something.
I don't understand why they would do that. Didn't Kepa become the long-term keeper last year?
No, it's because he knew he was going to Madrid. No, all right, look, they didn't have a backup keeper because once they sold Mendy, right? Mendy was the backup keeper, like you said. Kepa became the long-term goalkeeper, and Mendy was dropped to second. And so Mendy was sold, and so they were working on getting another keeper in. And I think I think it's Sanchez. I could be very wrong, guys, but I think it's Sanchez.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think there's a loan to buy or something like that in place. But now that Kepa's leaving and going on loan to Madrid, that's very key here, going on loan. So they could terminate that loan at any time. But I think it's Sanchez in goal.
It is. But why would they if you need a backup, why would you then get rid of your starter? Because then you need a backup again. Like, it's just a revolving door. That door hasn't stopped spinning at Stamford Bridge in a year.
Yeah, it's ever since Bowley or whatever his name is took over.
He's got to be broke at this point. Does he have any cash left?
No, dude, he's cash poor. He's if anyone wants to criticize an owner, it's got to be him. Yeah, sure, he doesn't mind spending money. That's great. But look at the retention rate at that club. Look at the turnover rate. That's a problem. Like, Chelsea fans in the chat right now, can I ask you honestly? This is not a rhetorical question. I'm not trying to put egg on your face or anything. Like, tell me honestly, are you satisfied or happy or mad with how Bowley has run the club since he's come in? Genuinely, I want to know. Tell me, because it's just been, in my opinion, like, yeah, you've gotten some big names in, but I feel like it's been just disastrous. That's me. So, anyways, going back to Twitter here, just to see if there's any late updates. I'm not seeing anything deep. There's a real possibility Liverpool could end up without both Lavia and Caicedo. That's David Ornstein. Oh, okay, David Ornstein.
We already know that.
I know, but that's 1 minute ago. But that's an obvious statement. Like, he could flip that around and say, there's a real possibility Liverpool could end up with both Caicedo and Lavia. And you're like, well, that's true. That's true.
The Saudis run Chelsea. Bully is just the front man. Very happy. All right. Well, they got a whole new squad.
NWA says very happy. We had a lot of Deathwood. I think you mean Deadwood, but I get what you're saying. Eddie says he hasn't got a clue. What else we got? The silence is deafening. Very happy. Kyle, they are Muppets just here to troll. Oh, well, I'm aware. But we love it. I embrace it. Bring it on.
Welcome.
Bring it on.
welcome. The more the merrier always at Nothing But Reds.
Yeah, of course.
The more
I
the
mean, even
merrier.
if you're an Arsenal fan, I mean, whatever. Come on in. Just Hannah. Oh, well, I don't know why I said it like that. Hannah says, the Saudis are behind Chelsea now. This can't be legal, especially with them owning Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think it just, the owners matter in terms of like fund availability. I really don't care because the team still has to perform on the field. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Blade 67 says Bowley spent $650 million on a squad that flopped and finished 12th. Chelsea fans, quote, Bowley's a genius. That is what I've been seeing. People are like, oh no, we're very happy. Like, I would be more so concerned.
You're very
But maybe I'm
delusional.
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Now, they are saying the same thing about us because...
But I'm not happy. I'm not going to act like I'm happy with what's happening. That's the difference. We're not in denial. I'm not in denial, personally. There is trouble in paradise at Anfield. There's no doubt. It can change, but it's not changing quickly enough. But we're not delusional. We know that there's an issue.
Oliver Peter Chris says, but it's obvious. This is what's bothering me. Okay. It's obvious Caicedo doesn't want Liverpool. What makes it obvious? Like, what makes it obvious? You read a tweet that said his agent has told Liverpool he only wants Chelsea. I read another tweet that said he's open to joining Liverpool. He just wants to be at a top club. I read another tweet that said he's only giving Chelsea the opportunity to make a bid because he agreed terms with them personally back in May. It's literally, you have your pick of what you choose to believe, guys. That's why you're coming here. That's why we're here. We want to present everything, share our opinions, and you guys share your opinions. The fact of the matter is, right now, this saga is so all over the place, you can pick and choose what you want to believe. I believe the agent is driving everything. And the agent is just stalling because I guess he agreed terms with Chelsea already. And that's fine. If you want to go to Chelsea, that's fine. What bothers me is Chelsea have not submitted a new bid. Liverpool are the only bid that's accepted. Where is this bid? Why is this taking so long? Submit the bid, Chelsea. It's irritating me now that all I'm reading every 20 minutes is Chelsea are ready to submit a bid.
RDO McDodge makes a great point, and then we're going to move on here. Honestly, if he's giving Chelsea a chance because they agreed terms, doesn't that show he's got some loyalty and morals? I brought this up to Kyle. Yes, to an extent. But it also shows that he might be a little deluded. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go down that path. No, you're absolutely right. Like, we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe, I said this earlier in the show, he's probably been talking to Chelsea players, right? He's probably been looking at places to live. He might have a hold on something already in London. Like, he has been set on Chelsea for months. To get that, like, pulled away from you at the last second, I think any normal person would stand their ground and say, oh no, I'm loyal to this because this is what has been happening. If he said that, then yes, there is the element of loyalty and morals that you bring up here, RDO. But what Kyle's saying, and what most people I think believe as well, is the agent is the one pulling all the strings. Caicedo's kind of just like a puppet, right? Like,
yeah.
He's making all these reports. It would be nice if we could just skip over that and Caicedo could come out with a tweet that just says, like, I'm going to go whatever is the best decision for me and my family, and just, like, move himself back to neutral.
That's all he needs to do, but again, that's not how it works. I do see a lot of people in here saying that Chelsea did submit a bid, 115. I saw that yesterday too, guys. All I read is that they're preparing a bid for that and that the bid was not accepted. That even if they did bid that, there's nothing accepted yet. Okay, so I don't know where all this is coming from. All I know is Fabrizio Romano put up the same tweet 10 times yesterday. Like, you know what? I'm gonna pull him up. I'm gonna pull up Fabrizio Romano because I'm really annoyed with this. There's like, what is the fact? We don't know anything, Steve. Is the bid accepted or is it not? Did they bid or did they not? Because all I'm reading is that Liverpool's bid's the only one that's been accepted, regardless if Chelsea have bid more than Liverpool or not. Brighton haven't accepted it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm trying to see here on Twitter what's up.
All right. Yep. Let me pull this up here. All right. So this is Fabrizio Romano's Twitter. He has a lot of people think he's lost a lot of credibility after all this saga here, but let's just scroll down here. Okay. Eder Militao, Mbappe, yada yada, Kepa, Mbappe, Neymar, Kane. Oh God. Wow. A lot of just not stuff related to our guy. Jesus.
So,
can I get something here?
I was just reading through stuff too.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Hold on, Steve. All right, look. This is just a personal terms thing, okay? This is the 9-year contract, 8-year contract, whatever. But it said Caicedo agreed personal terms with Chelsea at the end of May. So why is this new? Why is this new? This tweet didn't make sense to me, okay?
Okay.
And it also said, hold on. It also said clubs working to close deal now. Great. All right. Now, where's the bid? Where's the bid that everyone's talking about?
Somebody in the chat here mentioned it earlier. I want to come back and give you credit, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. It said 100 million plus 15 add-ons. David Ornstein, NBC/Peacock. Whoever said that in here, shout out to you. Because that's the only thing that I'm seeing that looks like relatively real.
Wait, is that new? Like, is that today?
Yeah. Yes, I believe so.
So that's David Ornstein. All right, so let me pull that up.
But they want Caicedo to play today. What I believe people are saying is they want Caicedo to play in this match.
All right, hold on. Where all right, so I got David Ornstein up here. Okay, guys. 1 minute ago, Chelsea are prepared to pay 100 million plus 15 million in add-ons for Moises Caicedo. There's no bid. Like, people read that and there's no bid. Chelsea are just prepared to do it. Where's the bid? Like, that's what people aren't getting. Like, if they pay that, that's fine. I'm not saying that people are wrong, like Chelsea aren't going to pay it. I'm saying there's no bid at this point in time. People need to understand that. Oh, I didn't want to click on that.
They want to unveil him at the stadium, not play. Yeah, I guess that would make a lot more sense. Could you imagine if they did that? Like, just pulled him out, like, at the beginning of the game and unveiled him in front of Liverpool. Be kind of a badass move. But the thing is, I don't want him anymore. I never wanted him. He's worth half of 115 million. Like,
now,
but if we get him, I will be happy. But no, this is not good business. This is terrible business.
Yeah, no, it's not good business. One thing I do want to say, though, I believe David Ornstein a little bit more than Fabrizio Romano at this point, because I haven't seen anything from Romano. It's all David Ornstein right now. And apparently David Ornstein just confirmed that Chelsea are leading the race for both of them. Okay? Now, what I want to say on that, okay, because I don't know anything. I don't know from my ass from my elbow when it comes to who's leading the race or whatever. But Liverpool's bid is the only one that's in right now. Let's just leave it at that. Even if Chelsea are planning to bid more than Liverpool, which they are, that's what we've been reading, there's nothing in yet. Okay?
Yeah, I don't want him.
Steve, we talked about this last night. Okay? When we were in for him, 110 million, we were both excited. Okay?
When we heard that we closed the deal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like you were excited to get him, but now
I
that
was excited that he was going to be a Liverpool player, and
yeah, but now that we're
we
not
made a
getting him, you
move.
don't want him? That doesn't make any sense.
No. I was never happy about the price. That is terrible business. But again, I said this at the very beginning. I would love to have Caicedo as a player for Liverpool because I think he's good. But he's not 110 million good. But if we didn't have all this, we didn't have time to shoot down this deal on this talk show or discuss it because it came out of nowhere. Liverpool break the record 110 million. It's like, holy crap. It's shocking.
Not good business. I agree.
No, it's shocking, but it's also exciting. It's like, damn, we do have some balls. We do have some cash to spend. And now we have Caicedo. But at no point throughout that did I think it was a good bit of business. It's got to be one of the worst. He could prove us wrong, but on paper, that man is worth, at best, half of that amount. He's probably worth 60.
60 or 70, I'd say, yeah. I agree. We've talked about this before. Our stance has never changed on him. So, that's where it's at. Again, I'm going to keep everyone updated on the latest with this Caicedo deal. Right now, Chelsea are leading it. And apparently, according to David Ornstein, who was just on NBC Sports, Chelsea are prepared to pay $100 million plus $15 million in add-ons for Moises Caicedo. And again, this is the latest. Okay, you're getting the latest here. Still no bid, but apparently they're prepared to pay that. So that's more than Liverpool. And if Brighton accept it, he's going to Chelsea. Because right now, we know that he prefers Chelsea, or at least his agent prefers Chelsea. And so Chelsea are getting the benefit of the doubt and getting the time to get the funds together and submit the bid. So, but in terms of the game today, who do you think, Steve, has won the better lineup or the stronger lineup? And two, what do you think the score is going to be?
I don't think there's any doubt who's got the stronger lineup. It's Liverpool.
What about scores?
3-1.
3-1 Liverpool?
Yeah, I think both teams are going to get a goal. I just think we have better players. At least in the starting 11. There's no doubt we don't have depth. I'm not going to act like we do.
Yeah.
But if we can stay fit today, we have a better lineup.
Agreed.
It's not
I want to give
close.
a shout out to our latest super chats. We had one coming in from, I believe it was Liz. Yep. Who scores our goals today? That's a great question. Shout out to Liz. Thank you for the super chat. And of course, Mama Mac, as always.
Mo Salah scores, obviously. Thank you so much for the super chats.
Start.
And we got like 800 people in here. So shout out to everybody that's new. Thank you for joining us. Opening match of the season, man. It's exciting.
Yeah.
But I think you'd be a fool to not expect Mo Salah to score on opening day. He's what, 6 in a row?
Yeah, no. I mean, Mo Salah's got to score today. It's got to be Mo Salah. I'm going Gakpo.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Szoboszlai gets a goal too.
I can't wait, dude. I'm getting excited now. Now that we got the Moises Caicedo crap out of the way, that's been the biggest waste of my life, maybe ever. Is all the thinking and stress and not stress, but just the mental real estate it's taken up in my head the last 3 or 4 days. It's just, I'm embarrassed to admit it. For over Caicedo. Bellingham, that's worth it. That's worth sheer panic.
That was depressing. That just waking up one day and seeing that Liverpool pulled out and that he's going to Madrid, and then him saying Liverpool losing the final had a big, I think Madrid did that for PR, but for him saying the final and Liverpool losing helped me make my decision, that's just sad.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Honestly.
Now, Steve, how are you prepping for the game today? How are you watching? Tell me.
I'm going to go as soon as this is over, I'm going to go and work on some headers in the living room.
Good. Me too.
Maybe out in the garden,
Okay.
in the yard. And then I'm going to get some good food going, and I'm going to get on the couch and just. This is my favorite day of the year.
Dude, I cannot freaking wait. Who's playing right now?
I actually just saw this.
Or who's playing at 9:30? Whatever time it is.
I know United and Wolves are tomorrow.
So it's got to be.
Brentford and Tottenham in a delay. I don't know what that's about.
Why are
Let
they
us
in a
know
delay?
what's up with this delay.
Yeah, guys, what's up with the delay? Spurs now, Spurs, Brentford. What's good with the delay? What's going on? Is there a protest or something? James said it's starting now.
Cool.
Delay yesterday too. What's going on with the delays?
I don't know.
Free kick to Brentford.
They're waiting for Caicedo news all across the country.
Oh yeah, everyone's waiting for Caicedo news. They're like, we can't start. We can't start. We gotta wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, legendary.
When
Steve.
did this happen? When did 110 million become a? Like, when did the price double?
Neymar.
For him.
Neymar started it all.
No, for Caicedo. Like, when did he go from a 50-60 million dollar player, and when did it become 110?
You know
or
what
even
I think,
100?
You know what I think happened? I think because Chelsea's bids were rejected, 70, 80, all this, so Brighton clearly wanted a certain amount. And when Liverpool bid 110, that's how it got inflated. It was never going to go above 100, I don't think, until Liverpool jumped in. I think it's Liverpool's fault.
Last January, they wanted 80 million from Arsenal. That's right. I'm glad you brought this up because I forgot about that. So when did they all of a sudden determine that he was worth 100, more than 100? Like, how do you just add 20 million onto a CDM like that?
Oh, Declan Rice. When Declan went for that price, they were like, okay, now it's justified.
But Declan's been talked about in the six-figure range for 2 or 3 years.
Okay, that's just not true.
It is.
No,
people have been saying that Declan Rice is going to get sold for 100 million for years. People have always said that West Ham will demand 100 million for Rice.
Oh, people are saying it's Enzo, actually. That's a good point. I think when Enzo Fernandez went for 100, yeah, okay, that's good. That's a good point. Maybe they're right. I think it's Enzo. But the market has been inflated since Neymar. I'm telling you, Neymar was the transfer that inflated everything. How you feeling, by the way, Steve? You feeling better?
A little bit.
Good.
A little bit. I appreciate everybody that's joined us today.
Seriously, shout out to everyone in the chat. You guys keep us coming back, and you keep the show rolling. Shout out to all our channel members and the super chats that came in today. Guys, we got a big match coming up in about 2 hours' time. Who knows what can happen in that time with Caicedo? You never know. We could sign 3 players in that time, but it is what it is. Steve, any closing thoughts?
Again, thank you to everybody who joined us. I think I'm just excited for the season to get going. I'd like to see this saga come to a conclusion. I'd like to have 2 new players in red by week 2, if possible. That's what I want.
We've been saying that for how many weeks now?
This would be number 4.
Oh, man,
week number 4.
No new signings. It's kind of unreal. But hey, you saw what Van Dijk said yesterday, right?
Yeah, we trust the club.
And he was like, just wait and see.
Yeah.
People
are saying he dropped a hint about Gakpo and
yeah,
something that's cooking, dude. You know, one thing you can say about Liverpool is their eggs are not in one basket.
Never. They're never in one basket.
And they make it seem like they are with Bellingham, right? But then they just grab McAllister and Szoboszlai like immediately thereafter. They're not stupid, but there's other things that they're working on that just aren't in the news, whatever those might be. I just want them to finish working on them right now, please.
Unbelievable. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll be live for the watch along for the game, so make sure you tune into that. We'll be going live about 15 minutes before the start of the game. And that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in this morning. And until next time, Reds, take care.